introduction, Tom. Welcome to Spelljammer Gutter Stars, session 32, I think it is. This is a Spelljammer actual play game for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and yes, we are. I guess you just finished a great crusade against the goblins, and there might be some question about what you're going to do next. So I suppose we should get some. We last played before Christmas, so it's been over a month since we played. I think it was like the 19th or something we played on. So does someone want to try to remember what happened then? Tom, I don't think you're here for that session, possibly. Or were you here for that session? You were here for that session, but not the one before.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Were we currently in the goblin dungeon when we ended?
I think you had been slaughtering civilians on the surface as they fled for their lives.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really want to use the term slaughtering or civilians, but
in case there's a court case.
Yeah, exactly.
Detaining dangerous elements.
Yeah.
So
This is your Hague defense.
Sorry.
Look like
Hello, Simon.
to me.
Yeah. So yes, you yes. Can Simon has just joined us. Yeah, Jamie. So what else would you describe about this police action?
So I remember us going with what was it? So did we run into a gnome who ended up helping us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. We attacked with the spelljamming ship or whatever it's called as well. And I'm bad. I should have recorded these names, but and then we had that raining down fire from above.
Yeah.
And then we killed a load of goblins, and I thought we went into a bit of the dungeon and stuff below, and then we also
that was where we found the gnome.
Did some more battling. Then did we meet up with the Tritons?
Yeah, you met with the Tritons.
And then they kind of after they stole all of our XP. This is very Helldivers 2-esque, isn't it? Actually, when you think about this, maybe it's because I've been playing the game recently.
Yeah.
us like having that ship above us, like
raining down fire on goblin scum.
Yeah.
Threatening our way of life.
Yeah, you're bringing democracy to Shipwrecker.
Managed democracy.
Right. We had to call down a hell bomb on their main fortress, and then we headed to extraction.
Oh, if only we could, that would have made our lives a lot easier.
Yeah.
I would say one complication is I think Alex is still dead.
I am dead. Wilsp is dead.
Who's in?
And there was much rejoicing.
What have I done to you, Andre?
The news of Alex's death has been spread around the land. Street parties in every British town.
You know what you did.
Oh, and I've been dead for 27 years. It's never stopped me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm injured as well.
Sam is.
Oh yes, Andrew, you could put a note on one of these channels saying, like, stabilize Jones, please, or something like that.
Yes.
So I think Jones might be bleeding out. we should probably help him.
Sam will go and try to stabilize Jonas.
Try and remember what people we had as well. So did we have?
I say that
Morthylla and Xeethra?
Didn't you?
You cut out there, Owen. Can you just repeat that?
Sorry, what was that?
I was saying you had some wolves, didn't you?
Wolves?
Weren't you confronted by wolves?
That sounds familiar, actually, yes.
Like as we were leaving.
Were we also were we ourselves a group of vampires, and was there like a moody teenage girl and a even moodier but technically not teenage vampire man in between the two groups?
Not unless you count Sam Hambat, and I don't think he'd pass as a moody teenage girl.
Yeah.
We now. That's I don't know if anyone realised that, but this was all an elaborate prelude for Vampire the Masquerade campaign.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we've been waiting
He's just
for.
like, this game is way better now.
Exactly.
I'm getting out my eyeliner right now.
Exactly. I'm going to play a character that's totally not based on one of them members of My Chemical Romance. The guy liner is what you call it.
I'd like to play a vampire that looks like Tim Minchin.
Yeah. In other news, actually, has anyone ever
So a vampire then?
Yeah.
No, I think Tim Minchin's a little too wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's much more dangerous than a vampire. He's killed more people.
Can we
What
say
were you
that?
going to say, Jamie?
Sorry, I'm a very
Can we
unrelated.
say-
I've been,
We're gonna get sued by Tim Minchin.
gosh, I've been looking recently at like different like real life places that would be cool to base dungeons on. One of them is called Shah-e Sindar in Uzbekistan, which is like a necropolis. If anyone wants to see,
Mhm.
I don't really get the best image. I just quickly copy and pasted one, but that kind
On
of
the
thing.
Discord.
Oh, is that in
So
summer
a
camp?
theory on the note of like D&D inspiration, but kind of almost. I'm not sure if it's anti-D&D or it might actually be even more D&D inspiration. Is the kind of theory that like most of the stuff to do with the Terracotta Army is probably faked. As in, I'm not saying that's true. As in, it's just It turns out it's a very popular, call it conspiracy theory or something. Just that, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, there
I've
was
heard
a
that.
terracotta army or something.
What? China bad?
No, not true. I don't know. Don't know if that's the play there. Just as in, like, I think the idea is okay. So we have some remains nearby which are really smashed up, and then there's this perfectly preserved thing that this one guy found. I think it's probably the kind of thing that trades on Constance theorism of like,
Right, I see what you mean. Yeah.
yeah, there's a bunch of slightly odd things about it, but the problem is there's always kind of weird stuff
what
about
about
these
it
things.
was faked exactly? Was it that?
Oh no, I'm not an expert. No, I think the idea is
PR stunt or
no. Yeah, what was faked is China isn't real. Like, people are constantly, the Terracotta Army. The Terracotta Army is real. They just made a country up around it.
Yeah, there never was a China.
But no, I think it's pretty much like the things you see at the Tomb of the Qin Emperor are like reconstructions, we'll call them. I think there's
right, yeah.
and I think that it doesn't help that it's the kind of stuff where again this is Constance theorism rather than actual kind of evidence. But like, oh yeah, we found some DNA of this or that. We've got some goods, and then people are like, oh, should we test them? And the museum people are like, no, you can't test them.
Yeah.
That is always
Which
sus.
it doesn't help confidence. Yeah, it doesn't help confidence in those things. I mean, as I say, I assume it is real but I don't actually know. I'm not an expert, so I would not like to.
Yeah, I tend
say.
not to like actively delve into conspiracy wormholes.
Look,
yeah.
we're on the internet, and I don't question anything the government of China says. Okay, let's be clear.
Exactly.
I mean, we can say what we like about Tim Minchin because I believe that discovery in court will prove us to be innocent.
I feel like the
but,
funniest thing actually about sorry.
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
The funniest thing I think about China and its sort of parties political line that you sort of meant to hold if you're there is that they believe like Mao was like 80% good, 20% bad or something. So because
Pretty sure that is Diane Abbott.
Yeah, I mean,
They believe Mao was Diane Abbott.
Yeah, no, that is a Diane Abbott. That's what I said.
That's Diane Abbott quote.
Anyway, it's keep out of British politics and keep our noses in Chinese politics. What were you saying, Jamie?
oh yeah. But my point is that basically you're not allowed to dislike Mao much in China, but you're not allowed to like Mao too much either, because economic policy is very much against what Mao's policy was like. But at the same time, if you're too far against him, it's seen as being against the party that's ruling China. So it's like another bit of the sort of weird in between. But yeah.
Yeah. We have nothing bad to say about Chairman Mao on this stream. due to the
Well, no, we have
significant amounts of money
20%
that
of
is
things bad to say
20%
about
bad,
Germany
20%
now,
bad. That's I'm just
Yeah.
hearing from our
Yeah.
sponsors, the Chinese Communist Party, that we have 20% bad
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
to say about Mao.
I mean,
Um,
it's a bit of an arbitrary thing anyway, just assigning percentages. I think.
Yeah.
I think the
so-
real summary, really, of people like him is probably that they did genuinely kickstart very fast industrialization of these countries, which they might be reaping the benefits from now. The human cost, though, was extraordinary.
I just feel sorry for I feel sorry for the pigeons. That's
It was.
my...
It wasn't.
Yeah, I feel sorry for the
It was
starlings
like,
for real. Yeah.
yeah, starlings.
The pigeon
Starlings.
cost.
Is that because they sound like? Is that because his name sounds like Stalin? Like, oh, since the Sino-Soviet split, I can't stand Stalin.
Won't somebody think?
And they're
of
like,
the
oh, we
starlings?
better kill all the starlings.
Starlings are beautiful birds.
Yeah.
So
I think he's saying
They are.
Stalin.
Starling.
Starlings.
Yeah, Mao actually fell out with Russia, and he was like, "We got to kill the Stalins."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he was
It was
"Oh,
actually just
Starling."
it was just a mistranslation. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Between
Yeah,
the
Like, it was Stalin.
Cool.
is the
Okay, I'm
Ukraine.
going to. What actually happened? This is actually a thing I realised that. Like, did we leave it with the wolves starting combat with you? What did we leave it with? Brain's gone.
Jones said he was bleeding out. Presumably,
Yeah.
we must have ended the combat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if,
If
we
we
did
haven't,
enter combat or
no,
not.
I don't think we did any combat with. Well, no,
We
actually,
said
no.
no.
I'm
Why is
I'm
Jones
Trimble.
bleeding
we
out?
Well, surely that was
I
the
know
goblins.
presumably I was stabilized, and then we went to find the. Then we went somewhere else and we found the wolves after
I
I'd
was
been
going to say,
stabilized.
Okay, hang on,
presumably,
what's the history in roll
were
20?
you not injured? Were you not injured in the combat with the
Goblins.
goblins in
maybe
the
it's like
tunnels?
a encounter with hemorrhoids.
I was injured in the tunnels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch the end of the last episode and figure out what the hell happened.
Alex, go and do that.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
I would
don't
assume
need to-
that we'd only just met the wolves since we've mostly forgotten about it. I certainly don't remember
That
killing
guarantees
wolves.
nothing, but yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was going to say, this is the thing, is that like a reason why I make notes and usually try to keep the XP record public one up to date is so that I know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
have to rewatch, even though this is one where we actually can rewatch stuff.
Owen, did you roll for how many wolves there are, or make a note somewhere?
I know how many wolves there should be. One
Okay.
second.
Okay.
That is a satisfyingly mysterious DM's answer right there. How many wolves are there? I know how many wolves there should be.
Yeah, it's information that's on the dungeon key. So,
Yeah. Wait, so we can
yes.
wolves in the dungeon then, or something?
No, above ground.
Oh, okay, right.
You're on the 5th level of the dungeon, and there are 17 wolves.
Okay, that's
Just
D&D, guys.
in a 10 by 10 room. It is like Palace of the
Yeah.
Vampire Queen stuff, where you realise just some of the stuff in there is obviously just more or less just like,
So
I've rolled a
last night,
monster to be here.
We were going
It doesn't matter
playing
what it's here.
Spelljammer, Adventures.
I'm just finding the video.
Yeah, I think Alex is too, which is why he's deafened as well. Unless it's that he finally had enough of Jamie's political theorising.
Because
Yeah, exactly.
if I
Okay, I've done research. I had muted and deafened myself, so I don't know if you
Yeah.
figured it out.
This is great timing. Yeah,
He
please,
just
Alex.
didn't want to
So
hear
the last
anymore.
5 minutes, the last 5 minutes of the last session, we were fighting wolves. I can get to the end of that combat to see if we killed all the wolves and we ran away, but I figured that we were fighting them.
Right.
It's probably more useful information.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if Sam.
Yeah, Alex. Yes, go back and find out. Go back and find out.
I'm going to mute and deaf myself again.
Yeah.
Not
I
having
mean, now we
the,
can say whatever we like about him, and he can't hear us.
I would like
Yeah.
Sam
I think-
to try and convince the wolves to stop attacking us. I guess it's way too late for that.
Yeah, I was going to say, haven't you pulled it off once already?
Yeah, I managed to convince a snake to chill out, and it actually did.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
like on top of you, just like gnawing at your neck, and you're like, I think we might be past the negotiation stage.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it too late for a ceasefire, chap?
Are our differences really
Well-
irreconcilable, Rabid Wolf?
We
Yeah,
remember what we,
finished the combat. Oh, you see this? There's a message from you in the roll 20, which is like.
Would you paste it to me? Remember, I'm not, due to technical issues, dear audience, but I'm not on Roll20, remember. Could you paste it,
Yeah.
please?
Yes. I
We've
don't remember the exact context of this, but I believe this is the hit points of.
Does it say everyone hates Alex?
Well.
It's got a few things about you actually, Owen, because you're not on here.
Yeah, it's just, it loads of... Yeah, great. Thank you, Alex. Yeah.
I'm not sure why it says dead Bruno, because
Yep.
I don't.
Information
Bruno
I need.
died, did he? I was
Well,
running
that
Bruno.
means Bruno killed it.
Oh, it's dead
Bruno's
to Bruno.
Yeah.
That makes more
Dead from Bruno. What's the cause of death? Bruno.
Yeah.
On Shipwrecker, that's a really common thing the medical examiners the pathologists put on the death certificate. It's a thing category. It's like heart disease.
Yeah, but wait a second.
Great.
Is it that the wolf was killed by Bruno, or is it the wolf died while having Bruno? Because it changes the count quite
It's
a
like
bit.
he killed Bruno, started eating Bruno, and then choked on him.
Sorry, died while having Bruno. You make it sound like some kind of childbirth.
Yeah, like he's giving birth. Yeah, like Bruno is half wolf.
It's
half
like
wolf, half man.
If you choke on a steak, that's death by steak, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a
yeah. That's why
it's a COVID conspiracy theory thing.
Like,
that was
like that
why
episode of
it's
Simpsons
vampires
with the
well
trucker.
done.
What was that called? The Simpsons episode with the trucker.
Okay.
Big Red or something.
I call a water elemental upon the vampire so that it can't pass the running water.
It's the elemental dancing. Is it doing the running man?
Like that, yeah. Which isn't really. I suppose they don't really have legs, probably, but yeah.
Yes, it counts. Okay, so I guess we're at the stage with you. Oh no, I think possibly that's one thing. Is the elves and tritons have gone off to do stuff, haven't they? I assume that Wilsp has been raised, and Jones presumably is also recovering from injury.
I don't know if I had been raised yet because we were still in the woods.
Yeah.
Had they brought?
Yeah, you're still in the camp. You're still in the camp. Because it was when you're in there that you then rolled an encounter, basically. So I was checking, what happened to some of the other creatures in the camp, and they attacked you, I think was the point.
Yeah, I don't know
whether
the elves
to bring.
Yeah,
how
Wait, is this a list of grounds?
We weren't there yet, but we were still in the tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
And we considered just leaving his body behind because we're dicks.
Yeah. So you then met the liberated Tritons, including the priest who is leading the rescue team. So hence why you have Rays.
I think we'd assumed he wouldn't have prepared Rays, given he'd used his 5th level slot on a password or something, on rock to mud. But yeah, he can do it tomorrow. He can do it tomorrow. Yeah, he can do it. Yeah,
tomorrow.
yes, I'm not raised yet because I was playing with Bruno last time.
Okay, no, you are. So yes, you've got Bruno. You've got everyone else who's here. I was going to say, I guess the ship is just up above, which is where Vil and Thumb are.
Yeah, I'm just floating above, watching. Actually, we can't even see what's actually going on in the tunnels because we're outside.
Well, no, this is now on the ground. This is above ground, though, albeit there's a lot of fire and stuff. Jamie has Morthylla and Xeethra.
Yep.
Tom has Sam. And and Andrew can roll for the giant lynx. He can be a big cat.
Old can of deodorant.
Yeah. Or no, in fact, I think, to be fair, I think he was rolling for Ereth, the leader of the elves, last time. Great. So yeah, do you want to declare some actions? There's a paralyzed wolf who I think was hit with a wand of paralysis. There are 2 dead wolves. So there are 12 wolves doing stuff. 12 active wolves.
Bruno
There's 12 of you. It's not the worst it could be.
Fine.
Yeah.
No.
And 5 are bloodied.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Who wants to cure light wounds if anyone's got a thing that would benefit from it?
I'm 4 out of 6, but I think I guess anyone who's in need of stabilization and stuff isn't going to benefit that much from being healed, so.
Yeah.
What's everyone else's HP at?
Bruno's at 22 out of 77.
Yeah, Bruno's taken lots of damage, but he still has 22 left. So
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we over-level Twinkvilles right there. Does anyone else actually need help?
I mean, I'm at 4 out of 6, so I think 6 is a lot better than 4. So if nobody else wants,
yeah,
I
was gonna say,
He's
fading
out.
How much each hit point counts if it's like this? How much is
Yeah, you also COW is 1d8. Orison CMW is 1.
Yeah, so I'll use the Feel Like Wounds on you then. Sorry, I shouldn't be rolling now, should I? Getting how this works.
No.
Okay. Do then.
What are I guess Sam, Bruno, Xeethra, Ereth. If Andrew's rolling for Ereth, I guess are you just all attacking?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him
I
with my sticks.
Bruno probably wants to make like a lot of noise, see if he can goad them into attacking him rather than anyone more squishy. And it's chop them into little chunks.
Yeah. Yeah. And Morthylla will just, get her shield out as a flourish or something if she needed 2 hands to cast the spell. I can't remember how it works, but
I was going to say I'd allow you to cast with 1 if you've already got your shield out. The shield will take a round to get out to don. Yeah. But yeah, you can cast with 1 hand.
That's fine.
I tend to be more relaxed about somatic component restrictions exactly unless it's stated in the spell. In the same way that I go with the yes, you can move and cast school rather than the you can't move and cast.
That makes sense. I think it's a fair enough kind of trade-off if you have to have 1 hand free to cast spells and fight, but not having because you end up having to drop weapons in combat ends up being the optimal strategy, and then there's can I pick up my weapon and my shield in 1 round or not? And it can get very fiddly.
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
That's why you tie your weapon to your wrist, so you can't. Yeah. You drop it, but still holding it.
So when you drop it hits you in the leg.
Yeah. Do that. A steel arming sword just hanging off my wrist.
Yeah.
Swinging around.
Definitely.
Andrew, do you want to roll initiative somewhere, Andrew? I will roll in Discord.
Yeah.
I have rolled 2.
We will collectively lie until you watch the live.
Another 20.
No, I rolled a 1 on roll 20.
Actually did.
Owen will watch the stream back tomorrow, and he'll realise that all of our dice rolls we were lying about.
Yeah. The weirdest thing is how many natural ones you rolled.
Yeah.
Whilst attacking. Okay, yeah. In that case, my attacks are going at 5. So I think you've got a stick going at 5 because your club's speed 4, Tom. And any short swords, I guess, are going at 3. So we'll be going at your 4. Who has short swords?
I don't know what the elf leader has.
I think Ereth has a lot. Check. I think he's got a long sword.
Okay.
Actually, perfect.
Yeah, he's got a long sword. Yep.
Ereth is a dude.
And
I thought Ereth was a woman.
They're elves. You can't tell.
He has. Oh no, I was going to say no. Sorry, he's a ranger, so he has short sword, long sword. So yeah, he'll go. So he's got a short sword, then he's got a club.
Yeah.
2-weapon ranger.
Yeah, Xeethra, long sword.
So yeah, cool. Okay then, Andrew, you roll first, and then.
Wow, that's 19. I don't know what FACO is, but I'm assuming that's okay.
Tom, I would say everyone should roll on Discord, and you point the camera to Discord, but then we'd have to see all of these insanely insensitive racial epithets that Alex is using.
Yeah.
And he's complaining a lot about Amazon and managers at Amazon. I don't know what that's about. So we probably shouldn't.
There's 4 managers for everyone actually doing any work.
Yeah. Yeah, and the only manager who's ever actually done any work himself is Laszlo.
2 of those managers are whipping me. The other 2 managers are whipping the other managers.
That's actually a good system, I think. Just
yeah, I was going to say every individual employee essentially has 4 managers whipping them.
Sorry, this just sounds like the pub that I used to work at that had too many managers. People just applying for it so they didn't have to wear the uniform or something like that.
Can I please be a manager? Yeah. So 19 will hit because that's going to be AC -2 or something, AC -3 even.
Longsword's D8, so...
D8. Yep.
Oh, wow. 1.
Don't believe you have any strength.
No.
Do you roll a D13 and find out who you are? D12. D12.
Okay. 6.
Number 6 takes another one. Great. Oh no, number 6, that's confusing. Number 6 is actually number 8.
Naturally.
There we go. Okay, yeah, indeed. Club.
Yep. 60.
16. Tom's realised he can say whatever result he likes to.
Yeah.
16 will...
But whichever
16
will hit.
Will hit. Yeah, whichever is the number I needed to hit, that is just what I rolled. Crazy, isn't it? So yeah, you roll your damage, and then roll d12.
3 damage. 7. So 3 damage on the 7th wall.
Yep.
Which is going to be Wolf 7th.
Great. Okay.
Second club will go at 8, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, your second club will go at 8, so it'll be +4 again. Okay, so I've got... there are... 4 elves left with spears, who are going later. There are 7 PCs, -2. Oh no, I said that. In fact, Vil and Thumb are up above. I guess you can see the thing going on, but you're not. You're not on the ground. So we have.
How do we end up above?
You're on the ship, aren't you? Oh no, no. Oh no, you came down.
We came down to ingratiate ourselves.
So, Vil, is this how you'd paralyzed a wolf? Were you using the Wonder Paralysis?
I have the Wonder Paralysis, but like it has a huge range, so I didn't even know we had gone down. I don't remember that part.
There's one that's paralyzed, so I think that was you. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Vil, did you? Sorry, I should make sure. But I mean, yeah. In that case, Thumb is attacking with a longsword, isn't he? A scimitar.
I have a crossbow.
Yeah. Cool. In that case, how many fighters is that? Thumb and Sam and Xeethra and Ereth and Bruno. 5 plus 4 wolves. That is 9 targets. And I have 12. So in that case, let's go 2 against Bruno, 2 against Ereth. I mean, that's not going to hit anything. That's not going to hit anything. And 2 against... Who's the other target I'd probably prioritise? Probably Thumb, I guess. Let's try to eat Thumb. No. That's going to be...
Eat Thumb. I see what you did there.
That'll be AC 7 Thumb, so no, I don't hit you. Then we'll try to eat some elves, which I will potentially eat some elves. I'll work that out. And yeah, no, I won't actually kill any of them, but one of them will be badly wounded. Xeethra. AC 4. That misses you, doesn't it, Xeethra? You're actually really well armoured.
Yeah.
This is Sam. I miss Sam. So Sam does get his heal before I eat him. Bruno. I've already done Bruno, sorry, ignore that. Do I have someone left to attack with? I assume I do. Versus, I said I was attacking, so that's 6, 10... 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, that's everything, yep. So the last one will be attacking Morthylla, which will miss on an 8. Because that'll be AC 11. Okay, in that case, I guess roll your Cure Wounds, and anyone with a longsword or scimitar can attack.
Yeah. What was Bruno's strength? Because I can't remember if he had a strength modifier.
Like 18/43 or something.
That was the only way I could get worse than the initial roll, since he only needed 2 hit points.
Lol. So I get 1 hit point.
Yeah, you're on 5.
Amazing.
Yep.
I can still take you out with one wolf bite. Longswords, thumb with the scimitar, Eareth. What's that? Has thumb hit or missed?
Thumb has missed.
Bruno
Did he ever
hits.
let over the attack?
Eref is dual wielding.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh, so to be fair, he'll go slightly later. To be fair, because he'll go at 8.
5 would actually be the difference between like it being possible to get insta-kill and not actually, I suppose.
Bruno hits.
Indeed, yeah.
AC -1.
That you found the wolf who has magical plate armor.
Oh, no.
Congratulations.
Unsure what Illusionist Sacco is.
Oh no, Bruno has a magic sword, doesn't he?
+3, +4, so 16.
Yeah.
Okay. Sacco 16 would be AC 1.
Yep, that'll hit. How much damage, Alex?
Sorry, not 7 damage.
Do you want to roll D12?
12. Which is, what, 14?
Yeah. Did you say 7?
Yeah. 7 damage,
Great. Yeah, and Eareth, what's your damage?
3 damage.
D12 to see who you hit.
9.
I'll do some elves attacking. Number 9. So, 3
really
damage. That one's bloody 2.
Chaotic melee.
I guess, yeah. Two of the elves hit. I mean, yeah, there's just wolves jumping around, to be honest. And remember, they don't have to actually leave. You know, because they can fight and retreat. They don't actually have to leave your threat zone. They can just kind of hop around.
What round is this? I just realised.
We'll assume this is round 1. I assume we did favourable round last time.
Yeah.
Okay. 8 is now bloodied. And I think, do we just have Sam's second attack now?
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. No, it won't be Sam's second attack because it's not. Oh no, do you 2 weapon wield, or do you? Because you're a ranger, aren't you? So you 2 weapon wield. Yep. Yeah, you always attack twice. Yeah. Nice.
18.
That hits. Yeah, that'll be AC 2 or whatever it is.
6 damage.
Nice. Do you want to find out who you hit?
Can I hit the same one that I hit before?
Which one did you hit before?
Hit number 7. Yeah, I hit 7 before. Or
That was 9. So that, and you did 6 damage, did you? Cool. That one is bloodied. I was going to say.
I did him 3 damage before, and then I.
Yeah, indeed. I was going to say, yep, great. I was going to say, like, literally most of them are bloodied now.
Start calling them.
Okay. And Xeethra, did you attack? You did attack, didn't you, Xeethra?
Yeah, Xeethra missed.
Yep, because the thumb missed as well. Okay, and I think we have Phil, who there are still more of the wolves than there are of you, so I will assume that you can shoot at one who's not directly engaged. So, Phil, if you want to fire.
Hit.
Yep. Cool. Go for it. Roll.
And,
Is it if it's a light crossbow? It's 1d4.
Yep. I rolled a 4, and are we going to randomly determine who I hit, or just what's?
No, I just randomly determined it. You actually killed number 9. I was going to say, so far, the PC Wizard is doing better than the PC Fighter for killing them. Great. Okay, so next things next is new round. Is it apart from casters? I assume everyone is attacking and attacking twice if specialized.
Yeah.
So
I was going to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thumb and Xeethra, are either of you specialised on longsword or whatever, or scimitar?
I am specialised, on scimitar.
So you'll attack twice. Great. Eareth, rangers don't specialise, but they will both attack twice. So you do have a lot of attacks coming through this turn.
Right.
I was going to say, Beach, your initiative, roll d10. I roll an 8. That's not very good. I was going to say, it's funny that you've... I'm not sure how often I've seen, especially on kind of fairly low hit dice creatures, everything is bloodied, but not enough is dead to cause a morale check.
I also rolled an 8.
Yeah. That might be one of those things where thoughts about what hit points represents end up being a bit of a...
you could. Yeah, no, I actually think it's easier to think because bloodied is not actually a condition. Thankfully, in AD&D, it is It's a description I use more or less to describe that you've actually wounded them rather than use up their luck quotient. It's something I think. In my head, I'm like, look, this just helps the players know they're actually damaging something rather than like.
Yeah, because one point that Gary made was that at the lower numbers of hit points, it's easier to imagine that they represent actual wounds. Whereas when it gets to the larger amounts, you can imagine that you're sort of making someone more exhausted or get unluckier or something. And then when they're lower, they've been actually injured and stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, like a 9th level fighter can quite comfortably have like. Yeah, indeed. Like an 8th or 9th level fighter can easily have like 80 or 90 hit points.
Exactly. Yeah.
In AD&D. And in that case, are you saying they have literally 90 wounds? Each one wound, 1 point of damage done by a giant rat is,
Yeah, of course.
I was going to say you can still kill a high level character with giant rats, by the way, because of the disease. 1 in 20 chance of disease every time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Make a save versus Ebola with disadvantage.
Yeah.
A strange, fancy, fast-acting Ebola.
I actually forgot to mention it in... I'll say it here. One of the adventure sites I reviewed in the recent first batch of Adventure Site Contest, Edition 2 sites that I reviewed, I forget which one, but one had like a really nice... I think it was like a magical effect. It was like not a magical... It's a trap effect, like a needle. But it was basically biological warfare rather than chemical warfare. They got an insinuated a disease, like I think it was heart disease. And it was one that would kill them within 2 weeks. And I was like, that's quite fun because
they get jabbed by fish and chips.
Grades.
Yeah, it's indeed. It's a poison needle, but it's kind of a twist on the poison needle of like, this is an insta kill, nor is it roll versus poison or take 6 damage. It's actually in some ways as bad but also much more manageable because you're like, okay, I will die, but. Yeah,
slowly
it's not only. It's the only thing worse than a poison needle is a used poison needle.
That look. The poison has perished. It's just that it's also been used for other purposes. Yep, you're right.
You're not the first one to get stabbed by the needle, so you don't get poisoned, but you do get tetanus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Yes, in that case, they're attacking at the same time as short swords.
Isn't there a trap in White Plume Mountain where you get something called super tetanus?
Yep.
Yes, I think that rings a bell.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's from though.
I mean, that super tetanus is real due to antibiotics beginning to fail. Okay, so I've got.
It might have been just my very old second-hand copy having that unique to it.
So I will attack. I've got 8 guys. 2 will attack Bruno. Oh no, I've got more than 8 guys. Well, I've got 11 guys. 2 will attack Ereth. 2 will attack Thumb. Ereth does. You won't. I think I might hit you. AC 5. I think you've got ring mail. No, yeah, you've got AC 5. So yes, I hit Ereth.
Okay.
So, could you please record? He's not been wounded, I don't think. So. Unless you got anything on that you've made for him. He takes 4 damage now. He has 24. So he's okay for now.
Okay.
That is 6. And let's try to eat Xeethra. Yes, I get to eat Xeethra. I say that AC 0. That hits, right, Xeethra?
Yeah, that hits. I might well die.
I think you survive. I think
is that 2 overall.
2 overall, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm down to 0. So I just unconscious, I suppose.
You're unconscious, yeah. Sam, 19. So I can still take out Sam on maximum. Like Oh no, Sam lives.
Take 3
That's
damage.
8.
8.
Yeah, you take 3. You take 4. You take 4 damage.
4 damage.
4 damage. Yeah, they're 1d3. Well, see, it says 4. 1d4 plus 1, and I rolled a 3, so 4.
Oh, I thought that was the. Oh, sorry. Okay, no, I understand it.
Yeah.
I was trying to bring up the Discords, but blur out the end.
Yeah.
No, I want to do it live
No.
in case I dox myself to this
Yeah.
stream of.
Well, and also all of Alex's comments
Yeah.
that people about Twitter on Twitter will want to know about.
Exactly. Yeah. We don't want
Sorry,
that.
Blue Sky now. That's where that happens. No one on Blue Sky's heard of Alex.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. I tried to kill Morthylla.
Those lucky bastards.
Yeah. AC1 Morthylla. I feel like Morthylla actually has hit points though, unlike Xeethra.
Oh
so
wow, yeah,
she
okay,
probably
yeah.
3 damage Morthylla.
Okay, yeah, Morthylla's actually 3 out of 6, so yeah.
She's fine. She's laughing.
I got one character with max hit points for her level, and then the other character's got low hit points but better AC. So
great. And so I've attacked you 9 times, and I think I have 2 attacks from elves. No, they miss. Okay, have at me. It's fine. Eoreth, you were going simultaneous, so could you roll your short sword? I guess. And then Sam, I guess, is next.
I'm over left, that's right. Nope.
Oh, another 9.
Thing is, audience, they could be rolling like essentially completely randomly. Like they're not even rolling; they've just got a pre-agreed, like as if it was a fake D&D stream where they're like, "Oh man, look at my incredible result!"
Well,
and everyone's like, "Wow, that's the most epic moment for that."
Unlike for your rolls, Owen, which the public can't see, you're just gonna have to, you can watch the stream and check our rolls.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we aren't Dimension 20 guys.
I do 3 damage to that same wolf that was attacking me before, Owen.
I think that one is dead, like number 8. Oh no, number 8 or whatever. No, that is now. It's like 1.
Oh damn! Wait, wasn't it number 9? You decided?
Oh no, number 9 was shot as it jumped around. It got shot by a crossbow. Okay, so that is what Eoreth missed. Okay, who's going at 5? Long swords and scimitar. So that's going to be Thumb and Xeethra, I guess.
Yeah, sorry, can Morthylla, I didn't say, join in the fighting since she's getting,
yeah, she can join him.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 hit and 1 miss from my double round.
So assume the first one is the hit, given that's how you described it.
The first one is the hit.
It doesn't.
And we're doing a fantastic amount of 10 damage, because it's 1d8 plus 2 for my damage adjustment.
Nice.
So that should blow a wolf away, hopefully.
I was going to say, that one. I was going to say 10 damage. It doesn't actually kill. It's the unwounded one.
I'm going to shout up for the ship to come down. I want to shoot him with my ballista.
You get on board the ship.
Does an 8 hit? Does AC 8 hit?
Does an 8 hit?
AC 8.
AC 8, no, that does not hit. Bruno's first attack misses. And I guess Xeethra and Morthylla?
Xeethra's bleeding out. Morthylla's going to hit.
Oh, yeah, Xeethra's
good as AC 1.
Yep, that's fine.
So must be D6 for sorry, Footman's Mace, is that just the D6 or is it plus or minus 1?
I've got the book open.
Plus strength?
Footman's Mace is D6 plus 1.
Alright, cheers.
D6 plus 1, nice.
Yes.
Can you add
D6?
Plus, usual, yeah, so 7 damage. That's probably not survivable.
That's enough. Yep.
Yeah.
Given the amount of blood. I was going to say, I think Thumb hit one of the 2 unwounded ones. Dead. More. There we go. What's left? Go. Thumb second. Sam, your second attack is next, isn't it?
Yep.
If you hit something, you kill it. so that's good.
I missed. That's bad.
I'll attack with my elves. My 2 survive. No, I've got all of them surviving because I just missed. That'll be 1 hit. 2 hits. 11. That's good. They're gonna combine to kill someone, aren't they? 5. No, they won't. They again feel like one of the very few unwounded ones now.
Unfortunately.
And then it's just Bruno left.
Bruno, yes, because Xeethra's down and Thumb has already attacked his second attack. Oh, Ereth.
Three.
Yeah, you can attack with your longsword. Ereth technically attacks first because it doesn't sound good.
No, that's not going to hit anything.
No, that's
no.
I hit 18 minus
a D4, isn't he? Yep, that hits.
I deal
Alex,
11
can I play
damage.
Bruno rather than Wilsp?
Yeah. 11 damage. How many are there left to randomize, or are you doing that?
10.
10. Are you rolling that, or have you been rolling that?
There you roll it. Go for it.
I will hit number 2, please.
That is one that is wounded, so Bruno kills another one.
I expect like quite a lot.
Yeah, I don't. You're not. Yeah, they're still not at half though. So let's go again. Your initiative. I roll a 2.
Who's rolling initiative this time?
You are.
Oh, yeah.
Simon.
Oh, me, okay. 2. I see your 2.
2. And I raise you 2. Great. I was going to say, hey, you're keeping parity. You haven't lost initiative yet. In that case, Ereth is attacking at the same time as the remaining wolves, isn't he? So Ereth does his first attack.
Oh, okay.
I have 9. I have 9 left.
Bruno. 13?
Yep.
Which I don't know what
that will hit, yeah. 13 on the die will hit, yeah.
Second level, so
so
factor 19.
Ereth I missed.
16. 86.
Is that with his long sword or his short sword? Because
short sword.
His short sword. Short sword.
Short sword's
quicker. Thumb, I get an AC 8, which will miss you.
Yep.
Bruno, my best is an AC 4, which misses you because you've got magic stuff.
Yes.
So 6. I've got 3 left. 6 damage is that?
Yeah.
By the way, Vil, my presumption there was that you wouldn't have a target without shooting into friends by that point. Last turn, so dead. Yeah, Ereth, you kill one, which means they're not quite at half yet. They will be with 1 more casualty. I guess who can I spread my attacks? I'll attack Sam with 1.
You?
No. I'll attack Morthylla with 1 because I can take both those guys out with 1. Morthylla, I hit you.
That's rude, but
I can kill you just.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I can't kill you. I can only take you to -2. I can only take you to -2. 2. So you are still up.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. 2 damage.
2 damage. Yeah.
Okay.
2 damage. You had 3 left, didn't you?
Yeah.
Morthylla had 3 left. I think you said.
Yeah.
And then I'll attack an elf. I know I could bully the elves, but I think it's funnier to bully you.
This isn't Dark
he's
Sun,
not
Owen.
attacked.
You need to calm down.
We did this literally last time. The giant lynx has not attacked. The giant lynx just turned back up to find these disgusting wolves. The lynx can attack at the same time as the wolves.
Wait, is the lynx on our side?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ereth lynx. It's like the giant
thank
lynx
God.
who's the friend of the elves.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll it's 2 claw attacks? and a bite. I think it's got 2 claws and a bite.
Good God.
For the separate. If it hits both claws, they're not like massive. I think that they're literally like 1d3 or something each or something. But
I got a natural 16 and a natural 15 on the 2 claw attacks, and a miss on the bite.
I think I have lagged.
What was that, Beach?
I got a 16 and a 15 on the claws, and a miss on the bite.
Okay, so the relevant thing there, I just need to get it, as I say, with my system lagging. You'll also be able to attack with your rear claws because you hit with both your front claws.
So 2 more, or just 1 more? Well, roll 2 just in case.
Okay, so you get 2 bonus attacks. What for the rear claws?
So 12 and a 7.
12 and a 7. I don't know if that hits. What's our what's this, a giant lynx? What do I get it?
12 will hit because it's that Thaco 19, so 12 does hit, so you're looking for Thaco 7. So you get 2d2 and 1d3. You can always do it on Discord if you want to use a slightly easier dice roller, but you can do custom amounts via command, can't you?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Roll 20.
Got 6 total.
6. And there are 8 of them left. 7 of them. Yeah, that will... At this point, the Lynx has more killed more wolves than the PCs have. Okay, Sam, redeem yourself.
Well,
Not half the PC's dead at this point.
no, wait, I've killed... Oh, yeah, no, okay.
No, not this combat, no. You've killed goblins.
8 miss.
Okay, you still get another attack later.
Yeah.
Thumb, do you want to attack your guy that you're engaged with?
I have rolled 13, so 86,
That will hit.
65, yes, man.
AC5, yeah.
Yeah, and I've done 8. I've rolled an 8 again, so I do another 10 damage.
Yeah, that definitely kills that one, doesn't it? Bruno and Bruno's attack.
No.
And Andrew, have you rolled this turn? Have you rolled your short sword so far?
I don't think so.
You did the
Roll
short
your short sword.
You did the short sword because you're asking. You haven't done one
Oh,
of
well,
those.
that is... Okay,
Yes,
yes, we haven't
you did.
rolled
Yeah,
initiative
no, you
since then, so I have rolled short sword.
Yeah, okay. So Morthylla, I guess you're attacking next. Mace.
Yes. With her dying breath, possibly, she will swing another mighty
She's
blow.
got one. I was going to say you've taken out over half of them now. So see what else you can do.
In the name of the most fearsome goddess, that of love, for what do we fear more than to have our hearts broken, or possibly a woman who rides a chariot drawn by cats each sunrise? But that's AC 1. So.
81 hit. Her mighty battle cry, which goes on for longer than the attack does.
Yeah.
And these are minute-long rounds, so that's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's into like a 59-second long hardcore punk song from the 1980s.
Yeah.
Dealing 3 damage.
Okay. Who's next? 3 damage. Okay. And then I guess it's Sam again.
Yep.
It's Sam and Sam, Ereth, and the elves. So yeah.
Mine was miss, I expect.
Yep. You've only needed to get 1 hit point the last 3 attacks, Sam.
Well,
I've
done a total of 12 damage. I'm still feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah. 19 will hit Ereth. Yep.
That's longsword, so that's the 8, which is an 8. And you can check the video if you don't believe me.
Hey, I've rolled
Make sure it
2.
didn't happen.
He believes me.
So that's 8. Did you say?
Yeah.
It'd be funny if we did lie and then go and watch the video, and next session, like instilling like in-game punishments. It'd be like, your character's got leprosy now. Your character dies and his children. You lied a little bit, so your character just loses an arm.
Yeah. No, nobody loves you. That's the only punishment.
Oof.
Better
Don't
or
need
worse,
to
yeah.
go for that to happen.
So nothing's changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, I think that's everything for the round. I need to take a morale check, I guess. 18, they run away.
Yeah.
Sam, this one that you've like mortally wounded, but then has dodged you. It's like parried you with its teeth. It's used a single talent, like
ultimately, as a
foot
ranger,
to
I
parry
am
it.
glad that I did not have to kill it.
Yeah, he's literally going around saying about how much better it is that they've escaped.
Exactly.
They haven't technically escaped. I was just running their initiative. That is Tom. It's your initiative though. I get 1, so I think they're going to escape.
Okay.
So roll a d10. Roll your initiative. Yeah, my movement is 18, so I'll be able to move 60.
Well, I rolled a 10, so I think we can say pretty conclusively.
Yeah, I was going to say I can move 60 and not take opportunity attacks, so they
Hey,
disappear
Daddy.
into the smoke.
What the timer is at Wednesday?
So yeah, any desire to pursue? Obviously not Sam, but anyone else?
Sam says farewell, friends, and lets them go.
He
Bruno
wipes a
has
single
like
tear from his eye for this powerful moving experience he's had.
I don't know if Bruno has like a bow or anything, but I think, you know, given how annoyed he is at all this, he probably just grab a rock or something and throw it at one of them as they go.
Yeah. Morthylla watches them and says, sometimes people run just because they want to see if someone cares enough to chase them.
Shit street, man.
Yeah, these are the scriptures of Freya.
Yeah, exactly.
Freya's sacred words: live, laugh, love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some like neo-pagans that I've really annoyed saying that.
Probably.
Hopefully, you know. What else are we here?
I mean, to be fair, neo-pagans probably don't care about Freya. They you know, ooh yeah, 4 strong muscles, tear, boulder, whoa.
Yeah.
Freya, what?
But Freya's the goddess
Yeah.
of love.
Well, I was going to say, I'd think that'd be one of the more appealing ones.
Yeah,
you know?
I would have thought so. Yeah, rather than like die
Come on, in terms
battle.
of if you're some dodgy, over charismatic person who maybe has access to like Hollywood actresses and actors, you're not going to be like, ooh, we're going to create a neo-pagan cult of Thor, are you? You're going to be like neo-pagan cult of Freya for obvious
well,
reasons.
in fairness, those people did create a neo-pagan cult of Thor. You know, the Marvel universe.
This sounds a lot like something that like a dodgy 60s rock star would do with like a bunch of underage
Well, no, it's
people.
whatever that guy was. I want to say Claude Ranieri, but he was the Premiership winning manager with Leicester. What's the guy's name? The guy from NXIVM, that guy. That happened like last decade.
You're saying a lot of words, and individually I understand them, but
Are you saying that there was a football team that started a pagan cult?
Yes.
We know about
And this is the first
The
I'm
cast
hearing
of
of it.
Smallville. It involved the cast of Smallville.
but is this a reference to Zulu?
Sorry? What?
I'm just assuming that everything Owen says, but I don't understand, is a reference to Zulu.
Or Zulu Dawn. You know, one or the other.
The horns of the bull.
Yes, Alex has still not seen Zulu for some reason.
I literally have it downloaded. It's on my PC. There's literally no excuse for me to not watch it at this point.
Yeah. It's okay if you send it to me. I'll do an edit of it where like half the screen's taken up by a subway.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah, no, he'll do an edit where you have just your supervisor Laszlo screaming at you. over the film.
I also, on a similar note, I've realised recently with a lot of these AI voiceover things you see online, a lot of them end up with transatlantic accents.
It's all Lloyd Grossman.
Yeah, well, I feel like some of it might be like depending on which particular person it's meant to be mimicking, or if it is mimicking a particular person. But I think like the AI kind of porridge or stew that's churning things out has kind of like reinvented the transatlantic accent somehow.
Yeah. You put all the Anglophone accents into one pot, and you end up with the transatlantic accent. I mean, that kind of is halfway there, isn't it? You know, the transatlantic accent is that at some level.
Yeah. But that's a funny thing, actually, is that is it both things, or is it more to do with the dialogue from one side to the other, or more to do with like Hollywood actresses from New England? That kind of thing.
No, I think it's due to relatively wealthy dual citizens or people who had a lot of people. Like Lloyd Grossman is a good example of that. I mean, actresses will hit that too, but
like a lot of Henry James novels are often very transatlantic in theme.
Yeah. I think it's from. I don't think it's really an accent that now exists as a thing that people natively develop, because you don't have the same exact social circles that sustained it for a long time.
That makes sense.
Like
I
RP,
just found it interesting also that
Sorry, what's that?
Like a bit of an accent in like the New England kind of area too.
Yeah. What's that, Tom? Sorry.
I was saying in a similar sort of way that RP is kind of going.
Yeah.
Receive pronunciation. The kind of like.
I think it's great
English
that we got rid of the previous the previous kind of official English accent, and instead replaced it with either American or estuary. Those are now the official English accents that you can have.
Estuary.
Estuary. Yeah.
Isn't that a river feature?
Yeah. Yes. If you go to a river, you'll find one. Yeah. I know estuary is like the dialect or whatever, as in certainly the accent group of people in the Thames estuary. Is the replacement for RP as probably the most commome thing you'll hear on TV. It's the point, and the point is, it's self-consciously. It's not even that. As in, home counties is pretty RP, or it's pretty rural. Once upon a time, it's more that everything is now a sort of melange of. It's the AI stew, but for real people. Of everyone. Yeah, I was going to say up here though. This is only relevant to Andronix, but up here it's the same thing where you realise that older people in County Durham have a different accent to younger people, because the younger people sound more like they're from Newcastle. They have a more Georgified accent.
Young people, really.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. It's especially like Durham accent's stronger out in the smaller villages, like especially like up in the hills.
The actual Durham accent is much stronger outside of Durham city itself for various reasons.
But you can imagine, like younger people are more likely to spend time in town, in cities.
And indeed just picking up more cultural pointers, like cultural. The idea that their local accent is this thing rather than the thing how their grand speaks, and they're quite different accents. If you are sensitive to them at all. So but the same. Certainly that's the kind of. Everyone in the southeast has. Oh, not everyone. Lots of people in the southeast have similar-ish accents. In a way they wouldn't have had it as much 60 years ago, and it's a sort of semi-official replacement for but it's not posh. It's self-consciously not posh in the same way, like you put people on who don't have RP accents on BBC News to make it clear that these are all acceptable things.
You're right. I think nowadays it's very much the BBC's kind of got it on for their idea of what the middle class means to them, which is
regional accents of
people would be like me, really, to be honest, isn't it? It's vaguely proper English, but you might say bad,
but as if it's spoken by a poor person. I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Without the elegance.
No, it's I'm afraid RP was a weapon for an older, more civilized age, before the dark days.
Quite.
Great. So you, as you're not apparently, apart from throwing a rock, you're not chasing the wolves. That was where we had come to, I think.
Yeah. I mean, they'll probably starve anyway. Used up too much energy trying to eat us, all to no avail. They should have learned their lessons as predators.
There's plenty of easy prey for them here.
Yeah, think about all the fleeing goblins.
All the huge numbers of corpses lying around.
We're the apex predators in this place, aren't we, guys?
I mean, I was thinking of the lumberjacks, but also that.
Could you train wolves to consider goblins a delicacy?
Oh yeah, probably. Could you train goblins to consider wolves a delicacy?
I mean,
I think they already do, don't they?
Yeah,
probably.
Okay, but like, I've got to be really boring and say that the idea of a delicacy is not going to be available to any species that hasn't gone to like advanced, class society with a wealthy class that can get like, people.
You say this. People's cats are really picky. You'll be like,
yeah,
my cat doesn't eat wet food.
She's got you there.
Yeah,
it's a cat. How does it not just eat food?
Yeah, that's because they don't have their own society. They're part of our society, and they're the real bourgeoisie.
We're part of their society.
World night, you have nothing to lose but your carpets and your cups of water hanging on the side of like a table, or
you're completely wrong.
Your piles of clothing that look like litter trays to them.
Bears eat honey, so bears have a concept of delicacy.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's known that like birds and stuff will eat like rotting fruit to get drunk.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I suppose what I mean more is that things that really take like a lot of effort to.
Preference is a different thing potentially than like process and refinement.
Yeah, you're probably right though. Not all delicacies are the kind of thing that you have to like go to war with India to secure a good supply or whatever.
No.
Time to get some spice, boys.
Yeah, there were delicacies in the British Isles before the Empire, just precious few of them.
No, you're right. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Just to put in a word for the fact that that British food is actually really good. Unironically,
in the relevant sense, goblins aren't good enough
so
to
defensive.
go and bother to kill them unless it's like one goblin on its own injured or something. If you're a wolf.
But anyway, I mean, Tom, in the end, like when I say British food, I'm including like in the same way that British culture includes like you're a bit of Asian spice, aren't you? So
I'll let that pass.
Sorry, what was that?
I'll give you that one.
Owen, I don't think you can say that.
Owen. I suspect is operating that he's basically allowed to say that on the basis that I'm not in fact Asian. Which is, I think, a dubious ground for him to be on, but I've got to best clarify that as nobody can see me.
Anyway.
But yeah.
Owen, do you want to hire me as a sensitivity reader?
Guys, I'm getting some messages about Blue Sky on my phone. Should I read them?
They made an account for you just so they could ban you.
Yeah, just so it can be banned.
I think we should get Owen's channel linked on Xiaohongshu, that new Chinese app that people are moving to since TikTok's been banned. Oh, not banned.
I was going to say unbanned. I was going to say no, they love this in China. I mean, come on, like they like as long as it's not. I mean, I say that we've said China is fake tonight, so I guess China hates me too. But like otherwise, I'd assume they'd read all the rest of it and be like, man, just mild anti-rest of the world racism. We're in for that.
That was actually interesting.
Yeah.
But I think the thing where we say
Greater Taiwan.
Yeah. Taiwan is or is not a country, depending on how much money I get paid tonight.
Yes.
My opinions are entirely negotiable. My YouTube channel has a variety of political views, depending on the audience.
Let me go to Israel Palestine and take a survey of which people are more likely to watch D&D channels. And
then do you know what? We've got some very detailed opinions about that conflict, on which we are experts.
Yeah, we have to draw like a really complex thought. What do you call it? Think map about like the different political alliances and stuff, so we can work out what the best combination of countries to please is without getting the one.
There is that is the thing you pick up. It's obviously less true for entertainment, but in terms of like media in third countries, and by that I mean I include like Britain or America, when you realise there is this really kind of careful balance that it's not just about kind of pressure groups. It's like no, we need to sell advertising in these countries, so we have a set of opinions which perfectly matches the combination of advertising venues we want.
Twitter accounts for the Middle East never putting like pride flags up.
Yeah, or Marvel films being edited in China.
Yeah,
it's an incredibly common thing. But I don't care. Like they're the ones putting the money into it. But it's yeah, it's super noticeable to us who have relatively free access to the media that we're like, this is weird.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think when it's like really blatant stuff, like removing a gay character because the country is homophobic, it just feels kind of evil, you know. Like it's like that. Have you ever seen that video of John Cena apologizing for saying that Taiwan was a country?
Yeah. I've got the call from Vince McMahon that apparently China gives us a lot of money.
It looked like,
and my films also rely on Chinese audiences. Sorry, what's that?
It looked like a hostage video, like somebody was holding a gun just off screen.
Yeah, blink twice if you're under duress.
Yeah,
I mean, I suspect John Cena, to be fair to him, the duress was of the amount of money he wanted to make out of this.
Yeah, I cannot imagine John Cena has strong opinions on the countryhood or not countryhood of Taiwan/Chinese Taipei.
He's willing to.
Just to be clear, we give both options because we are awaiting people's different offers for sponsorship.
Yeah.
But what if Taiwan has the best ice cream?
Whoever sends me the most tea.
Yeah.
Taiwan does have good tea. China does too.
Both have good tea. Taiwan/Chinese Taipei and China both have excellent tea.
And we're open. Like, if the surviving Zoroastrian minority of Iran wants to fund something, we will start calling you the restored Persian Empire. We're up for that. We're happy.
Yeah, does anyone from Kurdistan want to start funding Owen's channel?
Yeah, I need to know what our views are.
There'd be so many like 40-year-old white men who'd fully support, like physically, bodily support the restoration of the Persian Empire.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
I mean, it sounds cool to be fair, so...
Yeah. He was like, I found my new political identity.
Yeah.
Cool.
The Persian revivalist.
Yeah. I was going to say, I mean, I get that. I'm not into but like Byzantine, you know, like the Byzantine Empire, obviously, whenever I think about Constantine the 11th, I'm just like, we need to get that stuff back. It's not even specifically, you know.
But you're proposing we
great music too.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I asked.
Yeah. Also, anyone from Barcelona, we're recognising you officially or not officially, depending on some other things. These views are negotiable. Catalonia, alternatively, and not Spain.
Yeah. I was going to say, are we pro-Kurdish or anti-Kurdish? I don't know yet.
There's only some things that we won't do for money. For instance, any island that people says doesn't belong to the UK absolutely belongs to the UK.
It does belong to the UK. It doesn't even matter if it doesn't currently. Even if it doesn't currently.
It's ours.
Yeah, Ireland, exactly, yeah.
You feel like Chagos the same way?
I have no idea how it's pronounced. Is it Chagos or is it Chagos?
Chagos,
yeah. And Corsica used to be ruled was in personal union with the House of Hanover. So Corsica, that's ours. It's an island.
Where Napoleon's from.
Yeah, good weather there as well. That was actually how it became British, was because the Corsican revolutionaries, the remaining ones, ended up when the British in like 1794 invaded. They're like, yeah, we'll rule Corsica on your behalf, and we'll have King George as the king. For a few years. Obviously, the French eventually came back and like shot them all.
As you do.
Yeah. But Corsica, I mean, lovely place to go on holiday. So if we add that to the slate, that'll be good. So yes, on the note of negotiable allegiance, you've made the goblins flee and killed dozens of them, and burnt down their house, and killed their dogs,
and rescued their captive blacksmith or whatever he was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, you did find a gnome, indeed. Not a gnome. Oh. It was gnome. It's a tinker gnome. Yeah, the tinker gnome who's making stuff.
Yeah, and we left a message saying the Wok of Roll will not be a satellite state or something like that.
Yeah. So yes, what do you want to do? I mean, you've got the ship there. Jackson is there with the chatters.
Have we cleared out?
I don't think you technically. Is someone stabilizing Xeethra?
Yeah, let's stabilize the people who are bleeding out.
Yeah.
And then
Xeethra was technically on 0, so maybe didn't need it. Yeah. Jones was already stable, so I think actually technically everyone's fine. There's not much healing. There is an Orizon, I think, floating around from Morthylla. That's about the only healing that's going.
Orizon is...
I mean, if Orizon gets anyone standing up, that's probably like...
There's 1 hit point.
It'll get Xeethra standing up, because Xeethra's on 0.
Yeah.
What's on Jones on? -2?
0.
Oh, Jones also 0.
Yeah. I was knocked down to exactly 0.
Can the physician heal thyself?
Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to do, Jamie can pick. It doesn't matter. This is his character. Jamie can pick whichever one.
With Orison, is it, a first level? Do you have to spend a first level spell slot?
No, it's a 0 level. 0 level.
Yeah,
so you get 1 a day.
If you want to get more, then you use a first level spell slot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
I was going to say, if you want to memorize Orison as a normal spell, you may, which is the first level.
Oh, okay.
But, the house rules are just that it and cantrip are 0 level, 1 a day.
Okay, cool. So it's just 1 hit point for Orison then.
Yeah. For cure minor wounds, Orison. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll use a cure light wounds on Morthylla, so just on herself. Points.
Yeah. Nice.
So clearly she's a very selfish healer.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam's sitting there being like, I've still only got 1 hit point, man.
Yeah.
Well, I only got 1 hit. What is it? Because Sam did take a hit, didn't he? Is Sam on like 2 hit points left now or something?
Meanwhile,
I think he's on 1. I think he's on 1.
Glowing.
Because he was on 5 and he did 4 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks
so
like
to be fair,
some kind of spa retreat as well as being healed from that hole.
Yeah. The cure light wounds did make all the difference to Sam.
Yeah, I would have been dead otherwise.
Well, knocked out, 0, yeah. Cool. So yeah, I mean, assuming you've got depends what you want to do now.
Well,
obviously,
one suggestion, which is, given we have the ship right here and a whole bunch of wolf corpses, we could just put them on the ship, take them back to town, and ask someone to skin them for a little bit more money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we just saddle them to the local butcher.
Well, the pelts are probably worth more than their meat, but their meat, wolf.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a bit gamey, but
yeah, we'll probably get a few coins for the meat, but it's probably the pelts worth more.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Yeah, fair.
We literally might as well, given we can get home within a day.
Yeah.
An airship.
Yeah. On another note, are we gonna look a bit more in the tunnels? Did we like inspect for loot in that area we were fighting underground?
I think we'd looked pretty. We'd covered pretty much everything. Like we hadn't thoroughly inspected everything, but I think we had a good look.
Unless you want to go and tap every wall for every.
Oh, we hadn't checked. We hadn't checked the surface bits so much. I think because they were on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, shall we see if we can if there's anything to kind of poke around in without having to entirely excavate a pile of ash from each.
Yeah, well, I was going to say the biggest trees with the big platforms haven't burned down because they're absolutely enormous. When I say stuff's on fire, the one thing about this being a fairly damp forest on a damp world is that it's not spread everywhere. It's not everything's on fire. So yeah. You can certainly. This was something you'd previously chosen not to. Remember, there are ladders up to the 2 big tree platform buildings. The hobgoblin quarters are burned down, so they're probably less useful, less interesting.
I mean, if there's anything in there that survived, it's probably valuable.
Yeah, indeed.
Or dangerous.
I mean, yes, magic items have a chance of being cursed. I don't know if that's what you're thinking, but.
I was thinking angry burned hobgoblins, but vengeful spirits.
I feel like a soft dead hobgoblin isn't the most dangerous thing.
Maybe it's there's a lady spirit with 2 blue doves.
Oh no, not again.
Not again.
Why do we have to keep killing Yakuza? I think have a quick poke through it. If the hut has finished burning down and the fires are all out and it's cooled down a bit, then maybe have a poke through that. But if it hasn't, then look at the trees first. Give it some time.
Yeah. I was going to say it won't cool down yet. No.
Yeah, so I guess have a look through the. Yep. I guess Bruno would be happy to lead the way up the ladder. I don't know who's still conscious of fighting condition.
I'll assume you go up 3-1 on my list first. Not that it matters too much for this, but you'll find that there is a lower platform with some bedrolls, quite military style bedrolls. They're obviously you would guess from somewhere else. And there's a few abandoned weapons here. This is the one, by the way, that was not fired upon by the Darcel. And then there is an upper platform, which I assume you're happy to go to.
Yep.
So yeah, there's a lower kind of area which has like a weapons rack and bedrolls and stuff, and an upper platform which has there's soft furnishings here. It's actually it's got some of it is like bedding made of leaves and stuff, and feathers and fur. But then there's kind of slightly incongruously some other, not particularly good condition or anything, but just some rugs and stuff. There is a chest, which a kind of civilized construction. It's not like a goblin box. On top of which is a human skull with red gem eyes of some kind.
Right, okay.
Sorry, a human skull with red gems.
For eyes.
Ooh.
On top of a properly constructed chest, not like a goblin box, but like an actual.
Bruno
Yeah,
will kind of poke the skull, like try and knock it off the chest with his sword.
Yep.
I'm going to stand back as he does it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, sure. Let me check something.
Oh no!
It explodes. Take 3d6 damage.
Oh, that'll be fine.
Times 10.
Oh no!
Yeah, could you
Mushroom cloud.
could you roll 1d20, please, Alex?
Um.
Oh no!
No! 19. Let's hope high is good.
Yeah, high is good. Nothing happens. There's a kind of the little gems, which they actually look like pearls rather than rubies, but they are a kind of reddish color. There's a slight flash in them as the skull bounces, but nothing happens.
There's some shenanigans here.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
I'm guessing that's some kind of magic trap that would affect humans, given it's a human skull, and I am a human, so it maybe could have affected me.
Okay, I'm going to throw my 10-foot square fishing net on it.
That's fine. You can do that.
And then I'm going to try and pull around the net so that it gathers up the skull without me physically touching it. And see if that...
you can do that.
Yeah. And I'll just gather it up in a bit of a shawl then, I guess, if it's hasn't killed me yet.
Yeah.
And then I suppose we'll probably take it back to try detect magic or identify or something.
There is also a chest, remember.
Or plant under someone's bed.
Yeah.
All of our rogues are currently indisposed, right?
Yeah, Jones is down.
Oh, this random gnome we found. Can we ask you? Can I shout down, say there's a chest, and not suggest someone ask the gnome if he knows anything about locks and traps and stuff? If someone asks the gnome if he's a rogue.
Yeah, okay. Hey, gnome.
Yeah.
In all those various tools that you've played with, you've never sort of thrust one into a lock and opened it, have you?
Accidentally. No, Fosdal is not a thief. No.
Okay.
Would you like to learn quickly?
Would you like to learn on the job?
Learn on the job. You know, life is all about new experiences.
However brief.
Yes.
Yeah. The newest experiences are sometimes the briefest.
Yeah.
I thought it was that life is all about experience points.
So popular.
Alex, this is where you've been going wrong. Experience points are an abstraction in a game, they're not real.
Well, I've been going to all these nice museums and stuff to get the Discovery XP.
Yeah.
What about all these jobs and volunteering I took just for the experience? Why then did I do them, Owen? Why?
Why have I got a job though? Why have I got a job? Why am I making money if not for the XP?
Yeah. Income XP does not count as income code doesn't create XP, so no.
I can't just if I made $1 million gold, retired on the interest, I wouldn't just level up.
Yep, that is not true. No.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why you can beat. That's why you can beat most billionaires in the fight if you tried.
Yeah. Remember when Mark Zuckerberg became like a Muay Thai expert?
I mean, yeah, you could just spend
that's
like,
not canon.
all day, every day doing that. Like, I feel like if you're a billionaire, you could probably learn to fight better than most.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think this is the
You know
thing
that Batman's not real, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because Mark Zuckerberg is. Why would we need Batman? I know that when there's crime in my neighborhood, an abnormally pale person appears.
No, Mark Zuckerberg isn't Batman. He's Martin Manhunter.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah,
No comment.
Yeah.
It is actually a thing. I on that note, it was when people were like, "Oh man, it's Jeff Bezos." Like, it's such typical rich guy behavior. I just can't believe he's spending all this money on. He's going into space. And I was like, so no. My main problem is I want to be a rich person, so I can just afford to pay someone to fly me on a plane into low orbit. Like, I think it's cool. Go for it. If I'm ever a billionaire, I will. All of you guys can come on like a low orbit space flight, apart from you, Alex.
I mean, I hope all the billionaires go to space personally, and then don't come back.
Yeah. They're all going to be living in space habitats. It's going to be like it's going to be awful. We're going to be like Blade Runnering it down here.
It's going to be like Mobile Suit Gundam or something, where we got like space colonies around the Earth.
Yeah. That's canon. Okay, so yes, what are you going to do about this chest that doesn't have a lock?
I'm going to give it a good kick.
Just Bruno runs up, tries to kick it like a rugby ball.
Not like try and destroy it, but like a good hefty kick. I just like see if it like explodes.
Bruno's been training at Muay Thai too. Yeah, it doesn't explode. I guess it will rock slightly.
Right, I'll try it.
Just kind of what you'd expect, as it moves like you'd expect. It doesn't move like a mimic, is what I'm saying. If it is a mimic, it's still hiding until you try to open it.
If it's a mimic, it's a really good one.
Yeah, if we stare at it for a long time, can we see the lid very slowly move slightly up and down as though it's breathing?
Yeah. The big disadvantage of that species of monster. It's really obvious that it's breathing. You open it.
There's a thing in Dark Souls. It's just you wouldn't usually notice it unless you've thought to check it out.
You open it. There is a bag, and on a large cushion, like quite a nice cushion, not worth any extra XP itself, but like a good quality cushion. There are 2 crowns and a brooch. They look quite good. Look quite expensive.
Where in this system would someone wear a crown? Like, are there any royalty, or is
Morthylla, she takes it and puts it on her head to see if she dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think. I mean, the Prince of Brawl wears a circlet. He doesn't wear like a platinum crown set with gems or a wrought gold crown. But yeah, and I guess Spiral had elven royalty, so they could be elven royalty.
You wear a silver circlet. I wear a golden crown. We are not the same.
Yeah.
Go.
No, you say
go.
you go for it.
I was just gonna say I'll check the bag as well. I see just coins, but
gems, 4 gems, 1 a blue one, a green one, I guess a reddish brownish one, and a reddish one. So, 4 gems.
I think we're out of debt, boys.
Woo! Let's get back into debt as soon as we get into town.
Or we can't be paying.
Boys.
Like, if we just make sure we don't stay in debt for one adventure, then we'll probably be in the green forever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess take all this, take it back to the ship, and then check the other platforms, the ones that did get bombed.
Yep.
Or the other trees.
Yeah.
But perhaps whilst taking stuff back to the ship, see if anyone's got means of checking this.
I was going to say, Orison has sense magic, not detect, but sense magic. I don't know if any wizards have detect magic up. I don't know if Vil has detect magic, is in fact what I mean, because Vil is the only wizard who's awake.
And alive.
And alive, yeah.
I do not have it now.
No. Okay. So no detect magic. No other priests. So no other sense magic.
I guess we can see if any non-humans in the party are brave enough to touch it, and see if
the skull. Is this the skull?
The skull. Because I feel like because it's a human skull.
Why would you do this? Is it in the bag already? We can walk off with the bag.
Yeah. I'm just curious.
Yeah, sure. I want to see if you die if you touch this.
Yeah, immune to.
Just do that for me.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. My Xeethra, assuming she's stabilized and all that. Does that put her on 1 or still 0? She knows detect magic, but she doesn't.
No, she'll have what? She'll have no. She won't be able to cast. No, she can touch it.
Yeah.
She's injured. She's walking wounded.
Wait, were we talking about the skull or the crown or?
I mean, anything else we can check for magic later. The skull, I'm pretty sure is magic.
I think he said he wants someone to touch it. He wants someone to touch the skull.
Well, let's just go back to town, prepare a detect magic, and then touch it.
Yeah. Bruno's like, but I want to know now. So you're going to the other platform.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll go up via there's a so in terms of the lower platform and upper platform again, the lower one which wasn't hit, you'll see that there's a kind of it hanging on branches and stuff. There are shriveled animal bits, heads and other bits. There's dried plants. There's
the witch.
There's a cauldron.
Oh, yeah, right, definitely witch.
Ooh, is there anything in the cauldron?
There's nothing in the cauldron. No. It's on top of there's banked stones underneath it. Which and then actually there's no wood directly underneath it. There's just a hole underneath it. So yeah, it's pretty stout wooden construction around here, but they're obviously not being overly stupid about, their fires.
Wait, like it's set up for a smart fire, so it doesn't burn the tree down.
Yeah.
Not like it looks weird, there's no source.
We found a puzzle, everyone. When the DM's like, it's not a puzzle. Okay, I'm going to move one of the bricks. I moved the third brick leftward. It's not a puzzle, guys.
I'm speaking from experience here.
Yeah.
Yeah. What we should do later also is put the crown on the skull or something if we want to see if it's a puzzle. And then Owen's like, you have now, you have put, what was his name? Vecna back together.
No, it's send down the Lord of Madness enters.
Oh, right, yeah.
Crown of Sandy Jim. Yeah, but this was this the tree, like the spellcaster?
This was the tree the Star Cell attacked. There was a spellcaster. Hence my thumb was blind the whole time.
Let's see if we can find the body of that spellcaster.
Yeah. You can go up another level.
Yeah. Will do.
So you go up. You will find, I think, 2 dead goblins here. Neither looks like a caster. They're just like dudes.
Kick them in the head just to be sure they're dead.
I was going to say, but I would say in one case he has like a shattered blister bolt pinning him into the tree.
Up in the head just to be sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
Could someone, let's say Jamie, roll a d20 for something else.
As a 4.
4. Okay. Let's just check something. I need you to roll, I think, 3 more d20s. This is obviously how many deaths allowed appear. I'm just checking.
Yeah.
It's like a 3d20.
Yeah. How many
dangerous can they be if they can't hear us?
How many saves versus poison, Jamie? 8, 6, and then 1.
Yeah. Okay. fine. 8, 6, and 1. You said. Yep.
Yes.
So you will see a slightly torn. We call it a bag on the floor here. This is sleeping quarters, it seems like, but with like a bit of a viewing platform that juts out. Though that is now shattered into where the canopy goes. Simon will remember this from being on the other end of this. That bit, like that, you could just see inside, and there were some guys there. But there's bedding and ritual decorations, we'll say. Things to do with, you presume, goblin gods or something. Near where the goblin has been smashed into the tree, on the floor, there is a slightly torn bag or container, which looks like some sort of flesh or meat or something. It's tied with a rope at the top. And it has stitching all over it in a kind of what looks like sausage string, but yeah, it's been stitched together. But the sausage string, the stitching is in kind of patterns.
What kind of patterns? Like patterns, like it looks intentional, or pattern like this?
Yeah, it looks intentional. Yeah, it looks intentional.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure I'll regret this, but I will undo the rope and open this meat bag.
Yeah. Okay, could you make a save versus spells, please?
I'll just roll a d20 and check what it would be. 13, that's not...
That is what making a save is, yes.
Well, I don't know what it is, but Bruno's not my character, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know it's not...
He needs 14, but... and he doesn't have, I think, any rings of protection or anything. He's got magic armor, but not any magic rings, I think.
So I failed by what?
Yeah.
You could have literally just worn Xeethra's talk or something, and then you could have avoided it.
Is this one of those things where you get a bonus to your save against magic effects for wisdom? Is that still a thing?
Yeah. Bruno won't have high wisdom, I don't think.
Would you say save versus spell?
Save versus spell, yeah.
Oh no, it's worse than 13.
Yeah, exactly. Bruno shrinks to half his size. He's now like 3'2".
Can I mock him?
Does that mean we only own half shares now?
Just a little one.
I feel like my reaction right now is probably quite similar to Bruno's, which is just like head in my hands, speechless. Is there anything in the bag at least?
Yeah, there's a wooden bottle. There's a bone tube, and there is what looks to you like it's shark skin or something. A book wrapped in shark skin. Sorry.
Okay, I'm not going to touch any of it. I'll keep it in the bag.
And with maybe with coral or something clasps.
Maybe the Tritons will know something about that.
Maybe it was stolen from them.
No, but Triton Wizard didn't use his spellbook because he didn't bring it with him, right?
No, the Triton Wizard was the one who was captured.
Yeah, but did he have his spellbook with him, or had he left it at home when he went travelling?
You don't know.
I thought we'd ask. Well, I mean, there's a spellbook here. There's a book here that might be a Triton spellbook, so I guess we should, bring this with us when we go next talk to him.
Yeah, see how much he's willing to pay for it.
Jones, who is unconscious, says this.
Half size. Bruno's just not gonna mention it. Not gonna say anything about it.
He's not the same size as Gimbal now. Whenever Gimbal comes out of her ship to get the Spud Fighter to come and see people, they're like the same size. It's the start of a beautiful romance. Wilsp is heartbroken once he wakes up.
What are all the effects of reduce? I know it does like half. If you're half size, it's half damage. But I don't know if it does. It also affect like carry capacity.
No, it would affect speed. His max speed is halved.
Yeah, that makes sense. But he
he
carry a lot.
Yeah, he's very henge. Yeah.
Let's just drop a large boulder on him just to check.
He doesn't shrink like volumetrically. He's just half the size he was now. It's like really broad. It's like squash.
I mean, he will shrink volumetrically, but not in terms of like he'll become. Yeah, as in he looks like a very, very hench gnome. He doesn't have. He's not facially like a gnome. He's facially like a human.
Aren't gnomes even shorter than that? Like Wilsp.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like, he's like 3
foot. Yeah.
Well, there are up to around that. You can get some that are smaller, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like forest gnomes, I think might be less than 3 foot, but yeah.
Yeah, same kind of range you get with humans. Around 5-6 foot. Well, yeah. Take this back to the ship. Not Bruno not commenting on his stature. And then was there one more tree? Or did
no, there were no more trees. There was the wreckage of the hobgoblin place. Yeah. I guess.
So I guess Bruno will also say no sign of a spellcaster's body.
No.
So it's possible that either they escaped or they were knocked down and their body recovered, or some other weird magic shenanigans. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you turned invisible and then died, would you still be invisible? How does that work?
It depends how you turn invisible, I guess.
I assume you'd be invisible for the duration of the invisibility effect, which don't always last.
If you get hurt while you're dead and invisible, what does it look like? Let's test. Can we test?
You set fire to everything just to find out.
Yeah. Any volunteers?
Yeah. Xeethra's really annoyed about what's happened, and so it's just burning everything down.
Yeah, I guess just go see if the hut's cooled down enough to root through it. Check that.
Yep. Oh, let's have Andrew roll a d20.
Do 20.
Yep. Cool. So you will find once it's cooled down, it is slag but still gold. It hasn't kind of otherwise run away. There is in one area within the scorched remains of a wooden chest, you'll find a very large lump of gold.
Nice.
We have now been demonetized.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, might be a little bit more difficult to spend.
Yeah, 100
£100 of gold.
So, yeah.
You're kind of cutting out, so it's hard to see.
Yeah, £100 of gold, so 1,000 gold piece value.
1,000 gold. Incredible.
£1,000.
Yeah. 10,000 gold pieces. Yes. £10,000.
Did anyone else think that? Sorry, I've got no head.
Yeah. That's probably a niche one. Like, there's probably a bunch of people too old for that, and a bunch of people too old for that. Like, a few of us did nicely in the middle. I won't have it. Well, it's outrageous.
I expect you won't get much change other than £1,000.
I mean, this is how it feels when you talk about Zulu.
Yeah.
Except everyone else has seen Zulu and loves it, so that's the
my character uses Devil Finger on the goblin. they
motion to ban people who make references to Gen Z programming.
Well, motion is to ban people saying Gen Z instead of Gen Z.
Genzoid.
Genzoid. That's what we are.
Yeah.
Gen Z. Because I think it's. Well, Gen Z aren't watching TV, are they? They've got their fucking iPads.
I mean, I grew up with.
No, that's Gen Alpha.
Yeah.
Where all of them are connected directly to tablets.
Right.
Yeah, Gen Z is like you didn't grow up on the iPad, but you can't really remember like MySpace, for example.
Yeah.
You've never known a time before Facebook.
Because I wouldn't call myself Gen Z, but I never had MySpace.
I watched an episode of Veronica Mars from 2007 the other day, which it both had references to physical Facebooks at college, and mentioned them looking stuff up on Wikipedia.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, these are dating references, aren't they? In terms of the crossover point of when the main reference of Facebook would no longer be physical Facebooks.
Yeah, it's like, were you there during 9/11? Not at the location, but don't.
I mean, yeah, there's an ongoing investigation about my presence there, and I can't comment.
No. What I'm saying is, Gen Z means you're alive during 9/11, but you don't remember it.
I disagree.
Well, if you're on the older end of Gen Z,
I think there's a small blurry area in between generations.
well,
Gen Alpha is like
anyway,
I wasn't even alive then, bro.
Yeah.
Typically, it's 96 onward.
I would absolutely not accept that.
Alex is Gen Z now.
It's all silly anyway, to be honest. Like it's a fairly recent thing. This obsession over having to label every generation.
Yeah.
Anyway, £1,000 of gold. Oh, sorry, 1,000 gold's worth of gold.
1,000 gold, £1,000.
1,000 gold's worth of pounds.
Yeah.
What is this weird currency? Why has it got a woman's head on it?
Yeah. I've not yet had any King Charles 50p's, but I have had King Charles £5. We keep nice 50p's, so hence why I want to get a 50p. Like, that's different to obviously other stuff because I don't have one. But so, if anyone on the channel, if the People's Republic of China would like to donate a King Charles 50p, we will spout all the propaganda you want.
I've not had. I don't
He
use
does not
physical
represent
money.
all of us.
We, including and especially Andrew.
We, the people.
I speak on behalf of the people.
I think worse than seeing his head on
One of the people.
coins, it was. I got like a Christmas card in the post, and it had the stamp, and it made me sad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it does make me sad for the stamp itself. You know, it makes me sad for the background. But yeah, no, the stamps. The stamps.
The stamp itself is what made me sad.
It's not like you're not making. It's not even like a pre-political point. It's like a post-political point of I only care about stamps. No, we've got stamps, yep, and I think we've got francs. In fact, we've had francs with the king's head on. You know, like when you have a parcel that has like a big, it's like a mega stamp. Do you know what I mean? One of those.
You're not talking about old French money.
Oh.
Yeah. Andrew is the one person here who definitely knows what I'm talking about.
I mean, the Franks themselves do have a bit of a thing about kings' heads anyway, so...
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. And forming empires and so on.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cool. So, yes. Are you presumably going back to... Because we can I'll calculate the death toll and stuff. The Tritons, I guess, are happy to stay around, for tomorrow to be able to raise Wilsp. That's fine.
Yeah. Had they... Were they sticking around on the surface, or were they travelling back underground and suggesting we should...
Well, they can stick around the surface. I think they have access to water, technically, but they don't die if they immediately leave it.
Yeah.
I think they're a bit like sea elves that I need to check. I think they're like aquatic elves that they need to be in it once a day or something.
They dry out.
Yeah. It's why the land equivalent of a nymph is a dryad. So yeah, the spellbook is their wizards, so they will happily take that back, assuming you're willing to give it to them. Given they're offering to raise Wills from the dead, I guess it's not a bad deal.
Yeah, that's a pretty fair deal.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
I mean, if we could, maybe ask if a wizard would do like a favour or two, identify or something, but not really push the point, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he'll take time to recover from having been a prisoner.
Yeah. Definitely not going to force the point.
So yeah, depends on. But I mean, certainly, I can provide the spellbook list for the purpose of, I guess, Vil at least.
Well, I kind of would any of us open their spellbook? Because I feel like opening a strange spellbook without knowing if it's.
What I mean is the Triton, the Mage offers to let. So Vil can possibly, because the other two of you are out of action, but Vil could copy some spells. Like,
Copy spells like summon fish.
Yeah.
Detect
why
fish.
are all these spells very specific and limited?
Detect aquatic predators. Or it's just detect predators, isn't it?
I was going to say, you can imagine there's some sort of mudcore-ish, harnish OSR product that has a C supplement, which is just like detect predators within 10 feet. Is there a quick fish wizard? Is there a predator nearby? Yes, there is.
Yeah.
You cast that spell in Hollywood and get overwhelmed.
It doesn't. There's no point. It's constantly pinging.
Yeah, I'll make sure to buy that magic item before I work at the BBC.
Yeah. It's not the BBC, but they call it the Good Morning effect. Yes. So, yes. Are you waiting a day and then flying back? Is that the idea?
Yeah, I guess I've got to wait for the resurrection to take place.
Bruno does not change size. He does not return size.
Should maybe ask their wizard about this then.
It could be a curse rather than a spell. It could be a very powerful spell.
Well, unfortunately, Bruno's only a hireling, so I don't know if he gets full health
Oh,
benefits.
he's not a hireling. He's an ally. I don't know if that changes the
calculation.
I mean, I feel
the priest can have a 3rd level remove curse. If you want to try that, or I don't know if he can. I'll check if he can have a dispel magic. I assume he can, because that'll be 3rd level too. He can have both, I guess, memorized. One raised dead.
Yeah, we can ask.
Yeah. So I was going to say, he can remove Bruno's curse. It is a curse. Alex, do you want to make your system shock check or res survival check?
Oh, Wilsp, yeah.
Wilsp, yeah, for 1d100.
Oh no!
Did he fail?
I failed.
Wilsp is dead. Long live Alex's next character.
Oh no!
And there was much rejoicing.
There was much rejoicing. Wilsp was great.
Well, Alex has so far managed to have one of his characters blown up by like a kind of mutant mind flayer, and then actually physically blown up, and then now he's just had a character fail a res survival check.
Okay, let me tell you the useful stuff Wilsp has on him, so people can pick and choose and loot it. He has 3 wounding.
Alex, probably write a list.
Okay, I'll just read out the important stuff. He has these 2 magic scrolls, which I'll list the stuff of. He has an amber potion, which I think is healing. He has.
Drink that, isn't it?
I mean, he was on like plenty of hit points.
Yeah.
Until suddenly he wasn't.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
And then he was.
He was on 4 hit points, so he's not going to. 4 out of 7 is pretty good. You're not going to drink a potion there. Oh, and he's got 3 of the fleece strands, which are the component for Phantasmal Force, and 1 of the blessed armor, it's for casting armor. And then some mundane stuff. And I will copy all this and put it in the Discord, so if anybody wants anything, they can pick and choose.
I should say, I'm going to say now, this actually helps a complication upon returning to town, which is you're going to be asked to leave because of Wilsp having been fingered as being involved in the knockout, having talked to the waitress. Wilsp being dead is great for everyone else. Because, Wilsp is going to be... Good news, everybody!
Can we bring Wilsp's body with us and turn it in for reward? We'll be like,
we found this guy who's been using knockout drugs on people.
He tried to rob us, so we killed him.
Why do the wounds look like goblin weapons? Well, because the goblins helped us, the noble goblins of the forest, who are now refugees due to Wilsp's actions. Gimbal is sad, but having briefly seen Bruno as a 3'2" man is kind of she's interested in Bruno now, so it's fine. She's moved on from Wilsp.
As well, Alex soon.
Yeah. Some of you can probably train in on Shipwrecker. Wizards can't they? We'll sort this out next time, but yeah, some of you fighters can with Bruno.
Yeah, I think I have a good relationship with the guild guy.
Yeah, due to the robbery you didn't commit, that was committed, in fact, some have said.
If we could try and find these Yakuza people, they seem like thieves who could play in thieves.
Can we pin it on these people? Yeah. So aside from any training, we should finish up in a second. What else? What's next for the party?
I think we should leave and go somewhere else.
I think we should bury Wilsp.
You could bury him in space.
Yeah, we should fire him out. Do the
off a ballista.
Yeah, fire him off a ballista.
My home's not even that far away. I can't say my home anymore. His home's not even that far away. Just take a little detour, take him home.
Go to Iron Piece.
Yeah. I remember Wilsp often told me before he died that when he passed, he wanted his kidneys harvesting. He often told me this.
He said, if you ever want to use my tiny hands as strange grafts onto the head of some animal, you should do that, Jones. That's a verbatim quote. Yeah. So yes. I'm trying to think if I guess Morthylla can train actually, can't she? Because she's got a friendly temple. In fact, nearby.
Yes.
I'm trying to think if anyone would be unlikely to be able to train. I mean, Jones is a doctor/thief. I guess there might be thieves around. I'll have a look into it. There's probably not any Xixchil Barber surgeons.
Seems unlikely.
But Sam can train. As in, basically, I think everyone's going to have, from the treasure, going to have the XP. Obviously, actually, the only is killing like 50 goblins worth very much when there's like 15 of you. Whereas treasure's worth a lot. Yeah. And I guess that's one thing, possibly setting fire to everything and making everyone flee helped expedite that. Getting the treasure in fairly easy fashion once the combat was over. But yeah, so you have the treasure, you have money, and I think, apart from Jones, who you check into, I think everyone can train, is the point. So I assume we'll start next time with that, and then you'll fly somewhere. Iron Piece, Brawl, somewhere else?
I mean, Brawl's always fun, isn't it? But I don't know if that's the place we want to go to.
There are debts to be repaid on Brawl. And I suspect...
There's also party members, Stipe and the Mage are there.
Yeah,
do you know who doesn't have a character there?
Stipe on the ship?
Alex. No, Stipe's not on the ship.
No, he might still be on Brawl.
Yeah, no, Stipe did go on one voyage, but got dropped back off, didn't he?
Yeah, he was training, I think.
Yeah, he was training. He's second level now. Do you know who doesn't have a character on Brawl? Alex.
Yeah.
Because his characters keep dying.
Yeah. I guess it wasn't even like due to stupidity or anything. The only mistake I made was saying things are going well. and then I got like cleaved in half by a goblin with an axe bigger than it was.
Mistakes were made.
The treasure, by the way, you've got... I was going to say, you've got the skull. You've got 1,600 gold of gems. You've got pushing 10,000 in jewelry. And yeah, you've got a scroll tube and you've got a potion bottle of some kind. So, yeah, we can... They will, presuming that Vil detects magic the next day, they will detect magic. So, all of those items will.
Wait, the scroll, the potion, the crowns?
The scroll, the potion, and the skull.
The skull.
They're all detect as magic. So, yep. Yeah. Oh, Fozzle, the gnome. I guess I think you've discussed this. He's offering a year's service if you can find him a repair/workshop space.
I guess if nothing else, he can have Wilsp's toolbox.
So yeah, great. Yeah, and anything else needed to sort tonight?
Well, I might as well ask this on stream, given it's an interesting question. I started writing up a new character last time because I didn't know if Wilsp would actually be coming back. I'm making he didn't. I'm making a monk. I'm just curious what monk deities there are locally.
I mean, I suppose theoretically, it depends what kind of cultural background. Human, I take it, obviously. So,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, indeed. Well, I'm trying to think. Which monk are you doing? Fighting monk from Complete Priests, or are you?
No, I'm using the monk from I forget which of these god books it is. It's the one with the
Scarlet Brotherhood.
No, it's the book with it's a book with a bunch of Forgotten Realms gods and also the monk, the mystic, and the
that one.
Which
deities? Oh yeah. Yeah,
is it
powers and pantheons, or is it demi-human deities? Probably powers and pantheons, not demi-human deities. There's a gods of Faerun one or whatever, isn't there? In that same series. But yeah, no, that's fine. In terms of, I mean, there's if it's kind of in game terms an Oriental monk style, then there's obviously
I think
there's obviously Face and Avatar. Yeah, there's obviously the Chinese pantheon and Japanese pantheon, things like that. Or one of the probably like Celestian, the Greyhawk, originally Greyhawk, but like new popular in the space lanes, like God of Travel. Like there's some that you can imagine being reasonable monk gods.
Yeah, like I'll have a look at like Face and Avatars, which of those what
have a look at the Spelljammer specific face, like the Way in the Path, Patar, Celestian.
Yeah,
I guess as well. See if any of those suit. Cool. Okay then. One second. Let me